Hey guys, it's Buchan, your multi-sport coach, and I'm here with Motivational Monday to help motivate you for an absolute fantastic week. Now, the biggest problem is if you're not motivated at the start of the week, you generally tend to roll into the rest of the week with the same sort of problem. Right? So I want to give you 3 hot tips today with some strategies to help set your week up to be more motivating and more positive. Right? So my tip number 1 is, generally we get set back with thoughts in our mind, right? These thoughts go way back to your childhood. These thoughts can be negative, right? And they can be something that's been playing on your mind for a while, right? Now, something I want you to think about is, and I've spoke about this in previous videos, is your timeline. So we're talking about from your past to now to the future, right? So whatever we have had from today in the past, generally that's a thought process that can slowly start to stint our motivation, right? It starts to stall it. And these are the thoughts that come to the front of the mind that is not motivating us. It's blocking our potential to be super motivated, right? So we need to learn how to control these thoughts. Right, now I want to give you just a basic tip today. Obviously there's other strategies that we can do to go a lot deeper in to the childhood, to unblock, to release a lot of these negative emotions that we do have. But I just want to give you a basic tip. Right, so we've got our timeline. Today is here, right? So we need to move forward into more motivation. But these thoughts behind us in the past are still there strong. So it's hard to say I want you to totally block them out, but what I want you to think about doing is putting these thoughts to the back of the mind, right, and letting them go. Right, there's a series of techniques I use to release these negative emotions, but I want you to think about for the short term, right, to help you to move forward to more motivation, is blocking these. Right, put them to the back of the mind. Right, they're always going to be there, no matter what, in your subconscious, unless you properly release them. But for short term, let's put them to the back of the mind and block them. Right, and so what you can do is put them to the back of the mind, block them, and try to throw them out the back of the mind, so they're not there. Right, just think about that for a second. Imagine if you just block them. You block them, and you think about what is going to be now into the future. All right, the past is here, present time here, the future's here. So think about blocking those. This is my tip number 1. We need to block out those negative emotions to be more motivated and more positive. Okay, my tip number 2. Now, I've spoken in previous videos also about my 6 steps to optimal health. Right, I'm not going to go through all 6, but a couple key ones are sleeping and nutrition. All right, so they're 2 key ones to help you stay more motivated. Now, if we're talking about sleeping, 10 to 6 crucial sleeping times. If you're not sleeping in those hours, right, you're going to be dragging your feet. If it's only 1 or 2 nights, fine. But if you're going to bed late every night, it's going to be a big problem. Okay, so 10 to 6 is crucial sleeping time. So we're starting to work with more circadian cycles, right? 10 to 2 a.m. is your physical repair of the body. So if you're not physically repairing your body, motivation is not going to be at the top level that you need it to be, right? 2 to 6 is more psychological, right? So we're talking about brain power. If you want more brain power, and motivation is all brain power, right? So we need to be sleeping that 10 to 6 crucial sleeping zones. Right, if we talk about nutrition, if you're staying up late eating crap food, right, that's just, it's not good. So we need to make sure we're eating good food. Now, what is good food? I could sit here and talk all day about good nutrition. There's so much stuff out there that's probably blowing your minds away. But, yeah, we need to eat quality food, okay? In quality food, we're talking about, food that is live, right? So this is either fresh food, either from your garden or from the supermarket. Organic produce is important as well. The more fresh food that we can get into our bodies, the more motivated we're going to be. If you're eating sad crap, packaged crap, okay, if you're eating too much takeaway foods and all that sort of stuff, that's where motivation is not going to be peaking at the level that you need it to be successful. So sleep and nutrition, right? Organic foods, plant-based foods, okay, is the most important. Food that is actually alive. Anything that is dead, you really don't want to put it in your body, or at least cut it to a minimum. My tip number 3, okay, now just quickly, I want you to think of a picture of a time that you were the most motivated in your whole life. Right, think about the most motivated, the most positive in your whole life ever. Right, generally, what we do when I ask that question is a picture pops up in our head and it's in front of us, right? The subconscious, it works in pictures. So the picture comes up, when you think of a time, a picture comes up and you see it. Okay, so what I want you to do quickly, just for a little quick exercise, I want you to close your eyes and visualize that picture again. Visualize that picture so it's right in front of you, so you can see it. Keep your eyes closed and just breathe. You can see that picture, right? So what I want you to do with that picture now is I want you to make it a little bit brighter, a little bit stronger in your mind. So what I want you to do now is float down into that picture as if you were there on that day. See what you heard. Feel what you felt, and really excite those emotions. Right. Open your eyes and come out of that. So what I want you to do for motivation for this week, I want you to think of that picture. Right, I want you to think of that picture any time that you have something go wrong, any time that you don't feel motivated, think of that picture. That picture of power. Right, that's going to help motivate you. So I want you to block out some negative emotions that could be bringing you down. I want you to get to bed at a good time, and I want you to eat good quality food. And I want you to think of that picture. That's going to be your 3 tips for this week to help keep you motivated and on track and focused. I guarantee that you will have a really good week if you can do just those 3 things. 3 simple things to make your week more positive, more motivating, and more successful. Thanks for watching, guys. I can help you. Don't forget, check out my website, aaronbuchan.com, and have a great week.